Hello, everyone.
Well, hi,
New
Jen.
episode. We kind of both went in on this episode, and we're kind of going to do a joint themed topic.
Yes.
Of unpopular opinions within relationships, and also we're going to talk about some red flags. What we think.
I mean, they kind of go back and...
What do we think are red flags?
Like, is it a red flag? Is it not? I was calling it foul or fair. You didn't like that name.
I did not like that. Foul or fair?
Yeah, is it a foul ball or is it a fair ball? Our daughter plays softball right now, and I'm a coach.
We're not playing sports, though. We don't.
Yeah, but it's a term.
We're just red flag.
By the way, I apologize for my congestion. Mike is hit hard with allergies today, so
yes,
it's my deep, raspy voice will definitely soothe you all.
Okay, and then he's going to cough unexpectedly and blow our eardrums
out. Hopefully those will be cut out.
Anyways, we are filming on a Tuesday. And Tuesday, if you've been following me for a second,
it's the third day of the week.
Tuesday is the worst day of the week.
Why is it two? This always confused me when I was a kid. Why was it called Tuesday when it's actually the third day of the week?
You know what's funny is I always thought Monday as a kid was the starting of the week.
Everyone did. I think every kid did, because you had the weekend and then Monday is like, oh, start to school.
Yeah.
But it's the weekend, so it kind of makes sense because it wouldn't be the week.
I want to go back in time and see if I hated Mondays as a kid because I've always liked Mondays as an adult. I think it's just like fresh start of the week. It's like, yeah, I could like, especially when I was working, more of a corporate job. Like you could definitely be like, you know what it is? It's because I worked retail.
Can I bring this back to the whole...
No, hold on. You're interrupting me and we're trying to be better about interrupting and finishing a thought. But you know what it is? I've never worked a corporate Monday through Friday job. I worked retail. So I worked weekends.
Sure.
So maybe that's why I never... this is just hitting me. Maybe that's why I've never associated Monday with being like a horrible start to a week.
But you went to school from K through college.
That's what I'm saying. I can't remember college. It's like, wasn't a big deal. But I wonder if I felt that way as like an elementary school student, and I just don't remember. But that makes sense about the job.
I kind of think that's a red flag. If you like Mondays, it's kind of a red flag.
Wouldn't it be a green flag because it's like kind of positive on a day that gets crap on?
As a kid, I remember Sundays being the day that I was like, I liked but hated at the same time because you knew it was like, it's over. It's like the last day of vacation.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of good.
Yeah.
Or it's the day you're flying out from vacation. You're like, I'm still technically on vacation, but it's always like not that much fun because it's all the...
I'm with you.
You know what I mean?
I dislike Sundays more than I like Monday. I like Mondays more than Sundays.
No, I like Sundays better.
Because on Sundays, you're right. You're thinking of like what you have to do the rest of the week. I wouldn't call it... I think it's Sunday Scaries is like what it's called.
No, you need to live in the moment, Jen.
Okay.
Stop worrying about...
I didn't say I do.
Yeah, but, it's Tuesday. So I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast about Monday and Tuesdays.
Well, what I was going to say is, if you followed me for a while, they know I talk a lot of crap about Tuesdays. Tuesdays just aren't very exciting. It's like, I love Mondays. Tuesdays, like, what happens on Tuesday? Wednesday, hump day. We're halfway through. Thursday, Friday Eve. Friday, it's Friday. And then the weekend.
Can you make a song for this and sing it on the next podcast?
I'll work
I like the banter and enthusiasm.
It's an emotional roller coaster, if you think about it.
Tuesday just spelled incorrectly as well. So.
Should be 2-0-0. Tuesday.
No, that would be like more. If there's more than one day, that'd be the two. The also. TWO would be the second day. Okay. But why TUE?
Tuesday.
TU. I know the reason, but I'm not going to tell you.
No, wait. That wouldn't be right. It'd be Tuesday.
Tuesday. And Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I say that every time I spell it.
Wednesday, yeah.
Do you?
Yes. The fact that I actually can spell that word is pretty surprising.
Me?
Me.
Oh, I was going to say, I'm a great speller. You're the one that's...
Haley and I over here are the ones that rely on the good old autocorrect.
What is it called? Phonics. Just spelling it out.
I even mentioned this. I 100% learned how to spell incorrectly. It's all rote memorization.
Yeah.
So I never learned to spell phonetically. So I can... That's why I read slow.
Yeah.
You read 100 times faster, but I remember everything I read.
And I don't.
So I remember, but it just has to do with that. And I have a high vocabulary, but awful spelling.
Yeah.
Awful spelling.
And my vocabulary is only somewhat high because of you. I don't. I'm not one of those people that's like constantly trying to like, I'm going to learn a new word and use it. Like, no, I've never cared about sounding...
It's thrilling.
Intelligent, I guess. Anyway.
Let's go back to this.
Okay, so what do you want to do first? Red flags, or let's do unpopular
whatever.
opinions?
Let's ask some questions.
I have some scenarios.
Fair or foul, red flag or unpopular, cool or not cool.
Honey,
I like
Fetch.
cool or not cool.
No, fetch is never going to happen.
Fetch. I didn't say fetch. Is that a movie thing?
It's a Mean Girls. So stop saying fair or foul because it's not going to happen. It's
All right,
red flag.
That's a fair thing to say.
First, we're going to go unpopular opinions. And I have a couple, and I want you to tell me what you think of these.
Okay.
Okay. Married couples don't need to do everything together. True or false?
True.
Why do you think that?
If you were
Why do you think that?
Why would you not?
I'm just kidding.
I think it's very healthy and normal to people to have still independent relationships and things like that. If you were to be like on tennis and be like, Mike, I need you to come play tennis with me. You got to be on my team with me. I think it takes away from the bonding and need for other activities. Now, it's a different thing if you're like purposely trying to find reasons not to be with your husband or wife. That's a different level of seek some counseling, talk to somebody about that, because if you're super happy when your spouse isn't around, it's probably not the best thing.
Yeah, it's probably not.
Right? It's probably not the long term, like, this is going to work out for y'all. So in the short term, but like having, like you had talked about sometimes if I would travel, sometimes you'd be like, yay, because you could do your thing, watch the show, catch up.
It's true.
And it's not like you were like, yay, I'm gone. It's like, yay for the moment because you got to do all the stuff that you want to do without feeling guilty or obligated for the other person. But like, you and I both have activities now. We, going back to the New Year's resolution, I was like, I want to do some more golfing. So I joined an indoor golf league. Sounds lame. Pretty awesome. It's a simulator.
Loves it.
I do love it, dude, on Tuesday nights, which makes me like Tuesdays.
See? Maybe that's why I don't like Tuesdays too. I have the kids all night by myself.
But
Shuttling them
you have
everywhere.
tennis, and I do like, I think it's healthy to do that. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you one related to that.
Okay.
Unpopular opinion.
Okay.
Should you have separate bank accounts when you're
No.
married?
Ooh, hold on. I'm going to suck it back in my face.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm going to suck it back in my face. I'm going to preface this with, I don't want that for me in my relationship, but that's something we've never struggled with. And so I feel like my perspective isn't fair. So I'll suck it back. I don't want that life, but I've also never been with someone to where it constantly is putting a rift in our relationship, to whereas maybe if we did have a plan that worked for us, it would make things happier.
Yeah.
So that's my
Yeah, I mean, real talk on that one. I think it is relationship dependent. If you're having separate bank accounts to hide things, it's probably not the right thing. Or you have a trust issue with the other person. That's probably in. But there are situations where some people have compulsive behavior and they really, truly can't handle a bank account or things like that. And then setting guardrails in place probably are needed, right?
I wanted to say that. So if you're having to create two bank accounts because someone is spending in a way that you don't approve of, and so you think this is going to be like a Band-Aid, I feel like that doesn't work well, because then now you have this thing in place in between you that's kind of like inhibiting trust, or like you're not able to trust them and you're constantly wondering what's going down over there a little bit.
Yeah.
But if you're doing it like you say, a man or a woman is agreeing and saying, I need you to take the password of the bank, or let me not have access, or I just have my own little fund money pot. And once that's gone, it's gone. And it holds that person or that couple accountable to whereas this is our fund money. We're not going to, that's different. And I think that's a positive, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it has to be in agreement and like good on both.
We always started with it from day one that it was like, ours is ours. It's just the way the mindset is. And neither one of us had an issue with overspending or not communicating. We still to this day we're like, hey, I'm thinking about buying this, and even if it's we don't necessarily I guess have to, but we do because
usually say over 100. It's always if it's like over $100.
Yeah,
like Mike will be like, hey,
I think it's crept up a little bit because we bought some Nike stuff without asking each other.
Nike
recently.
shoes. That is true. We have bought some Nike. So yeah, it's probably gone up to $200 maybe, because
but it's like, hey, but we still like just give the other person a heads up.
TVs.
And, but we share every password. We have there's the standpoint of, and this I guess even goes to the phone thing as well. Now, you know my passwords, I know yours.
Hey, pause. I'm interrupting because this is one.
Okay. But can I close my thought on the whole bank account thing?
Yes.
I do agree with you. It's relationship dependent. It's about why you're doing it.
Yeah.
And also like, and I know this might be an unpopular opinion as well, but like, say somebody is hyper wealthy in either relationship. I don't think it's an unreasonable thing to set up a prenup.
Yep.
For proof that the person's not there, especially if somebody's hyper wealthy.
Yep.
And you're like, I just want to make sure you're in it for me. Because if I was in that perspective and somebody else came in, I'd be like, look, it'd be weird because it would be in the back of your mind that person's only there maybe because you're ultra wealthy. So I get like prenups and things like that could happen for certain reasons. Now, if you're, average middle class person, you're prenup and maybe not the best way to start a relationship, or are you both of equivalent? But again, each person's going to manage a relationship differently. It's just a matter comes down to trust, right? I would say it's all trust.
I was going to out myself, but I don't know if I want to.
What?
I guess I have to now. I was one when I was younger, and you hear a prenup. I definitely thought that was a negative. I thought then you shouldn't marry that person if you don't trust them. I was definitely had strong opinions. And I think that was even goes back to being faith-based.
Sure.
And
no, I agree with that. Yeah.
But if something happens to you, I will 100% have the person sign a prenup now. It's changed because now I have kids involved, and I don't know. I think I would.
I think in every circumstance, again,
I think of my kids. That's theirs. And now I'm just saying my perspective has changed on that a lot. And I don't think anything of it faith-based. I think of my 3 kids, and you just don't know what people can do.
Yeah. Because I guess you flip it on the other side and saying look, if you loved me, you would sign this as well. It shouldn't be about the money. Because you can flip that, flip it on a perspective, right?
It's hard because then I look at myself and I'm like, okay, if I'm on the other side and the person's like, you need to get a prenup, I would be hurt. See, I'm torn.
So you don't know what to do.
I have no idea. So I hope it never comes to this.
But it comes down to the reality is that it should never be about money or circumstances. It's almost the thing is with marriage is it's a contract. It's a civil contract we layer it with the Christian faith-based aspect associated to the covenant of things, which is different. Yeah. But it's still. If it's the contract, there's nothing in the Bible that talks about divorce and
that's going to be a headline somewhere. Someone's going to write that I'm going to do a prenup.
You should. This is.
It will, and you know it. Give it a day.
Well,
I'll get it sent by my mom from a Facebook group. Anyway, that's fine.
Good.
Write it.
You know what? You want to know that? You know, think something did happen. I hope you would too.
Yeah. Thank you.
I do. I would hope you have that.
Babe, you usually get so sad and mad when I talk about you dying.
Well, I don't want to die anytime soon.
I saw a reel. I saw a reel. Did I send it to you? Where the wife is the woman's talking about scenarios of their husband. I want to talk about when you drop dead and I have to. And the husband's like, I absolutely do not want to have this conversation with you. And I'm like, maybe it's a female versus male. Well, it's thing.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, look, we've prepared things. I got good life insurance. We have things set up in case needed. We have a will. We have a trust.
No,
we have not talked. All the things needed if something were to happen are already set up. So my form of planning it, but I don't need to talk scenarios.
We do because I want to talk about what type of woman we're bringing into our family. I get a say in this. I get a say in this right now. So we need to talk about if she's younger than me, Mike. I swear I'll haunt you. It's inappropriate if it's younger than me. It goes, and now it's creepy. So
it's not creepy.
Mike, she has to be older. She has to be your age. It's non-negotiable. All right. Non-negotiable.
I will.
Fine, then I'm never dying.
I told you this. I really, really mean this. I don't have, in my mind, if something happened with you, I really don't have any, I need to jump in a relationship. I would think this would be.
You will get remarried.
I don't think so.
Honey, you're too sweet and kind.
I don't
you have
think
to
so.
have someone to touch you.
I have too much.
Who's going to touch you?
Too much time for the kids.
No, you are way too physical touch.
I would be so annoying to Berkeley and Vivian.
You would. You would.
Hey, you want me to come over? You want me to hang out today?
Every day.
So anyone going to give me a compliment?
Yeah, exactly. You need words of affirmation and you need physical touch. This has never been said, but I'm saying it now. Mike, I would want you to find someone.
Yeah, no, I don't want to. I don't even like talking and thinking about that. No, I'm going to avoid it. I'm going to avoid this conversation.
You're just going to be sad?
Yes. I will work through it as
I would want you to be sad for a little bit. Just a little bit. Just be sad a little bit. And then I want you to not. Yeah, because if your kids keep crying all the time.
What's the show we used to always watch?
Which one, honey?
This Is Us. Remember when she got remarried?
Yeah.
And they always go back about how Jack's the best dude, and then suddenly now she's married to his best friend. I'm like, bro, that's weird. In my mind, I'm still thinking Jack's in heaven being dude, can't find another woman? It's my wife.
You don't think that, let's fake scenario. You don't think that, maybe there's a comfort in, they were all really close and, she's taken care of by someone you know is good?
Or dead Jack's thinking, how long did you want this to happen? Or you're just waiting for your opportunity, man?
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, it's definitely, different, for sure. I'm not being that's normal, but, I don't know. But anyway, you can be sad.
It's weird that Jen did a little research on what people think about the podcast, and one of the comments was that people have it said we have a tendency to go off topic, and at least we're staying true to the theme of this podcast.
To the haters. For sure. No, but I like it's, oh, y'all, when I was pregnant, the doomsday talk was like all I could think about. I would corner Mike at night and be like, if I die, and like we would go through, and Mike would just tell me he didn't want to talk about it, and then I would be so mad.
It's not that
I'm genuinely mad, and I'd be like, I don't understand why we can't talk about this. Why are you being such a baby? Like I literally would like verbally come at this man and be like, I could drop dead now from a heart attack. Like we have to talk about these. I like stuttered on my words. We have to talk about this. And
it doesn't
mean
if a husband or the other person's not thinking about it. It's different if you're not planning. My thing is like, hey, plan it. And eventually, like when I'm dead, it's you get to choose it. I just don't want to think about you getting with another man.
Yeah, but I guess, okay, valid. But also, I want to be like, I wish I asked Mike, or I knew what Mike would want.
I want what's best for you and the kids, and you use your right judgment during those times. Because I know for a fact you would always put first probably the kids' needs at hand, and then your needs after that. And so that would keep a comfort factor to me that the decision you would make would be right. That's nice. And that's all I mean, that's honestly what it is. But I don't want to like...
There's no man request
I don't want to live in this like thinking through the fact like, so when I dies, Jen's I really want her to hook up with this kind of guy. It's going to be great. It'd be awesome. She would be so much better off.
Stop. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
I watch it. It comes down to what I would want you and the kids to be happy and to still have someone that would, in your life leading a life of purpose and someone with a godly mindset. Those are the things that are going to matter the most to me.
I want you to marry someone better than me in a sense of I don't want her to ever use a cuss word. Ever.
You don't.
I love a good S and A word.
Yeah, who said that? You got called out the other day.
One of my kids was like, I've never heard her say any of those words, but I've heard her say this word. And I was like, oops.
The S word is PG-13 now.
No, I still shouldn't. It slipped out during tennis, unfortunately, and there was a kid there.
I think that word is one of my favorite words.
It's a good one.
It's a very encompassing word.
It's so universal.
Yeah. No, we generally don't swear in front of our kids.
Oh, no, not in front of our kids. But I'm like, Mike cusses like a sailor. Don't get it twisted.
I can. I've been known to.
Right before we hit record.
I had something to say. You want to know what I was mad about?
No, you weren't mad.
I'm going to tell them what. I'm going to tell you guys what I was mad about.
We're going to stay on tangent.
I'm going to tell them because this is important.
We'll tell later. No, down the road when we
moment.
switch. No, when we switch. Stay on focus.
Pause. We're coming back to this.
Yes, we'll come back to this.
Because I was passionate about this.
We'll come back to this.
It doesn't make any sense.
We'll come back to this.
We had an argument about something that doesn't even make any sense.
I want her to not cuss. I want her to be pretty boring.
Oh, cool.
She can't be funnier than me. Absolutely. That's a big hell no. Absolutely not.
So you want me...
I want my friends to be like, Mike, she's very nice. I like her. But they are not following that with, she's funny. No. She's not funny, but she's very sweet.
You want me to marry a Nana?
No, I want you to marry...
Not that Nanas are bad, because there's hot Nanas out there.
Sweet Ashley. That's just nice and kind. But cannot be funny. She just laughs at things. She's very kind. She's very supportive for the children.
So you basically
selfless.
Here's what this is telling me.
Pretty.
You know for a fact that I wouldn't marry this person if I wasn't laughing with the person. So you have already set these expectations up in place, knowing that...
Well, you can think she's funny, but just everyone else kind of thinks she's boring.
So I'm the only one that... Yeah. It's fine if you... Yeah. I just want to make sure everyone else knows she sucks.
No one else thinks she's funny, though, at the table.
Everyone thinks she is awful, but you can love her.
Like, I kind of want him to be like, she's, like, so much sweeter than Jen was, but she is so boring compared to what Jen was. Like, that's what I want.
That's a fair, not foul.
Okay, I'm glad we got that.
All right, can I say what I was frustrated about?
No, because we're not switching there yet. We're still on unpopular opinions.
All right.
Sharing a blanket in bed is overrated. What would you say?
All right, so that's a weird noise I made. I was always a one blanket person until you came along. This is actually recent.
Yeah.
The cooling blanket came along.
Like 2 years ago, yeah.
And now Jen is neurotic about having her own blanket for herself because at night I have a tendency to grab all the blankets anyway.
Viciously.
And
like
then
out of nowhere.
Wrap them around my body.
Yeah.
It's I don't know I'm doing it.
You're like a human burrito.
Well, I do
but
like the burrito.
But when you pull, it's like you wake up for a split second and you're tantruming and you yank them very aggressively.
Jen is gone, which is smart. It's a form of, like, I guess, fixing the problem without fixing it. So
yeah.
I guess it is overrated. If you have someone ripping blankets off in the middle, and I'd want my own blanket too.
Thank you.
I didn't have it didn't happen to me. I don't take an offense to it.
Right.
Right.
I like my own. So we have a big like white down comforter. I've been using it the past week and I hate it. I'm waking up like sweating through my clothes and I just keep forgetting to pull my cooling blanket up. But we have I had a cooling blanket and then Mike was like, I want to use it too. And I was like, no.
Get your own.
I'll order
Get
you
your own blanket.
Yeah, so I ordered him a second one. So now we each have our own cooling blanket, and then Mike usually will do the down comforter too. I'm too hot.
Yeah.
Right now, so as we're getting, it's like 80 degrees here. So
yeah. So
I like 2 blankets.
I was more prior. I would have said, well, "You're married, share your blankets." Like I'm very much for share your bed, share your blanket. Like I wanted to do that.
Share
it's like that's
jammies,
being
too.
married. Use the mindset of being married. Like you share these things. This is what you should do. You're in bed. This is one bed, right? Like why would you have to? But I get it. Yeah. If you sleep better and then I get to rip blankets off and no one's mad. I get to do me sleeping and you still have a blanket. And so everyone wins.
Right. Going back to what you were saying a second ago, couples shouldn't share phone passwords by default.
No, 100% you share them. I don't care.
Agree.
I have absolutely. That's one I'm a hard line on. Yeah. And people may disagree with me. I don't care. Fine, you can disagree with me. I'm right. You're wrong. Share your passwords with your spouse. Seriously.
Yes.
It's too much risk, too much things that you could hide, even if you don't mean to do it. Never. And if you have a password in something because you don't want the other person to do it, delete it, get rid of it, share that crap with that person. They need to be your accountability partner. Right. Indiscriminately. That is hard, 100%. You're setting yourself up for a lot of problems later.
So it's a hard foul, is what you're saying.
That's a hard foul.
I would agree with you, although it's funny. I don't know all of your passwords off the top of my head, but I know that if I just went to you and asked, you'd give them to me without any hesitation, or I could just grab your phone and look at your phone and open them and look, and Mike wouldn't think 2 seconds about why his phone is in my hands. Like, I grab your phone for contacts and stuff all the time. You're never like, why do you have my phone? It's like, we just continue doing what we're doing, and then that's it. I think what you said it best, and I think a lot of people are like, I think the naysayers will be like, well, then that's obviously not a trusting relationship. No, we have a ton of trust. I think it's kind of the opposite, really, where if you have passwords locked in, then that probably instantly, to me, is like not a trusting relationship. Mm-hmm. Also, I think we're all human and no one is above having a weak moment and falling into temptation and making a mistake, or even flirting with something that could become a mistake that didn't start that way. And I think that if you know your spouse can see it and there's not passwords, I think it will at least make you be like, this is not a good idea. Yeah. It'll give you at least that hurdle that you have to jump over mentally and physically to maybe hold you accountable a little more.
Totally agree.
Which, again, if you're already having those thoughts, and it can happen to anyone, even in good relationships, but I think if you're in a good relationship, then you stop that really quickly, or you recognize it quicker.
And I know it's like, and there may be people in a circumstance like I'd be fine and the other person's not because they said they don't trust me, and that's the case. I still see that as problematic. Yeah. Because there's something in there that was either the person's been hurt from something in the past and is guarding. It may not be doing something nefarious. Yeah. But there could be something from their past that there's a hindrance because there is like a broken trust of some standpoint. Right. But I really have a very hard time. Now, it's a different thing if you're like work in finance or, like top secret things and you have things you have to have work protected. It's totally different. Yeah. That's a different thing. But if you're like, if your spouse picks up your phone and you have a bunch of anxiety over that, there's something going on. Right. I agree. There's something there that I don't think should be ignored. Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean something is going on, but if that causes a ton of anxiety for some reason, that you need to be open, because your spouse, that person should be the most trusted person you have, and it needs to be reciprocal. That needs to be there. And I'd say that even with your kids, you need to know your kids' passwords. 100%. Your kids don't need to know yours. Kids don't need to know yours, but you need to know theirs.
100%.
Right? And I think that's you don't trust me. And I know some people are like, well, we don't want to invade their privacy. I get that.
You get privacy to me at a
100%.
certain age. There's an age appropriate, but it's definitely not
I
13, 14,
no,
15.
I still even think if you're under my home, like, look, I may not look at it. It just comes down to if and when I still have the rights to
ask. Because I'm the authority here. Yeah, I agree.
You still have the right to.
I agree.
Doesn't mean that you exercise that right. It's the same with there. It's like, I can't, honestly, I don't even know. I've never just picked up your phone and scrolled through it.
I don't think I have with yours either.
When we were dating, you did.
No, never. No, I didn't.
No, I didn't.
Never. Because in my mind, I never did it to any boyfriend.
Yeah.
Hand on the Bible. Because I always thought to myself, I'm in a relationship. We're happy. There's nothing at this time that is making me doubt this person. And I guarantee you, there is something on my 19-year-old boyfriend's phone that will make me mad or sad. And so in my mind, like...
Still to this day?
No. Back in the day, I think I had a pretty, like, mature outlook on that, if I call it what it is. But, like, college boyfriend, so 21. Yep. I'm like, no, we're happy, we're together. I don't see any issue, but I'm sure there's a text message from some female in science class that will make me jealous.
Yeah, and I think that's actually also a healthy mindset as well, because just because you can get access doesn't mean you should get access. Right. Because there are things that'd be easy to take out of context. I want to make sure that actually is really part of it. But I would look through your phone that's even relevant to any, like, even with your kids and stuff. Sometimes you trust your kids and whatnot. You want to dig deep, they're going to piss you off probably. You probably have said things to their friends that you don't want them to do. And if you dig into everything, you're going to find something that's going to piss you off. So sometimes it's better not to know everything, but you should know the big stuff, and you should be protecting them. I know that sounds weird, but like, I agree. There are parts of it is like, they are who they are. And if you're going to dig into everything, then they never become independent. Right. And they can never become their... Oh,
like when I check Vaughn's iPad little group message stuff with his bike and the amount of spamming each other they do. Yes. And I want to tell Vaughn, stop spamming. This is so annoying. But that's how they talk. You mean like that? So I don't say anything because I'm already digging through his text.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. So it's like age appropriate, Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, that's what I mean by that. But anyway, last one. So that was last one. That's a good one.
Not every couple needs weekly date nights.
I probably not.
I think hard no on that. I think
it'd be cool if you could do it.
Totally. I think it's a season of life. I also think every relationship is different. If you need to get out and be in a setting that is not of home to connect with your spouse and have deep conversations, that's where you feel more comfortable, then you need to do it.
You and I are defining, okay, I would say it just depends on how you define date night. I think every couple weekly needs to have moments with each other that are dedicated for each other.
It's like out to eat. I guess
I would say you could have a movie date night with each other at the house when the kids are asleep.
That's not weekly date night.
I call it.
That's hangout.
What if I called it a date night?
That's fine, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about weekly.
You mean
date nights?
Babysitter, go out. Then no, you don't. I don't
agree.
I don't think you need it.
I don't think you do.
I think it'd be cool if you could. I don't, but doesn't mean that that's a. Because honestly, there'd be times when you think about the stress that would cause us just to plan that every week.
Hard pass.
I'd be like, it's better just to hang out at night.
I'm even thinking about just having to put on real pants one night a week. Sounds horrible. But I'd do it for you if you really
You'd put on pants for me?
I would put on real pants. I'm wearing real pants now.
I mean, I'm going to keep this thing PG, so I'm just going to keep it PG here.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm talking about date night.
Yeah, keep it PG, Jen. Okay, listen. I would, but I do think it is very, very important that if you're not spending time together without the kids, even if it's at home at night, like you and I will sometimes just play mahjong, right?
Yes.
Hang out, we find something to do.
Watch TV shows.
Watch TV show, hang out,
We go through, okay, so sidebar, like our negative reviews say, we don't stick to the plan. I'm going off rogue here. We get in and I love that I've brought this out of you because my mom is a big game player, so we all played games all the time growing up. My dad was definitely forced into it by my mother, but we all love games, and I feel like you and I go through where we are on one game, and we play it for like 6 months, and then it switches out. Like, remember we were really big into hand and foot after visiting my grandma at her?
Yeah, hand and foot, yeah.
Huge. We were really big into hand and foot. So when the kids would go to bed, we would stay up and play hand and foot in the dining room. That lasted a few months. And that was started because we visited my grandma at her house, and it was really big. They played hand and foot like in a league.
Do you know what the hardest thing about hand and foot is? just the setup of it.
Yeah, it is.
That's the part that takes forever. That's the part where it's like you get resistance. You're like, 16 decks or whatever it is, and separating it. That's the part where it gets like. So that's why I know Rummy Cube. Hot take.
Rummy Cube was a thing.
Like
for a minute,
and a lot of people. Not Rummy Cube. Mahjong.
Well, Rummy Cube was.
Mahjong's a thing right now, and that's like crazy viral. Like every quote unquote woman right now is playing Mahjong, and I'll say this. I like the game. It's fun. Call me an old lady.
An old woman.
Fine with it. I love that game. It's so much fun. It is I actually genuinely enjoy the game. So I don't know why it's so popular, mainly just amongst women. But
do you like playing as often, even though you haven't won in a long time?
Perspective.
I do not perceive it as me losing.
I want a nice long heater where you were like, I don't even know if I want to play anymore. You just keep kicking my butt.
A long heater being like 3 games in a row.
No, it was multiple days, if not even week.
No, it was.
Just saying. You know what we need to do? We need to have a tally board and start right now.
Deal. I'll do that.
We need a little board, and then we can
we're going to keep track.
Look.
That way we can brag correctly.
Do you know what it's going to over time equate to?
Me winning way more than you.
50-50, because that's the way the game's going to work. It's based, if you know how to play the game, it's mainly comes down to the last tile. And that then comes down to a little bit of luck. There's strategy involved early on in the game for sure.
Yeah, there is.
But
I agree.
Okay, well, I'm excited to see the tally of me kicking your butt.
I have one other thing for you.
Can I ask you a question?
No. This is my segment. You get to do the red flags.
Oh, I didn't know that was a red flag.
No, that's not a red flag. I'm still in unpopular opinions.
I got an unpopular opinion how to use the word red flag.
Okay, we'll get there in a minute. I've got a couple more. 1, making the bed is pointless.
I disagree.
I agree. I think it's pointless. We're just going to get in it.
I disagree with it. I think so there's 2 perspectives. Are we a daily bed maker? No, we're not.
I was about to say, I've never seen you make a bed ever.
Sure,
unless you're complaining with me and helping me do it.
No, I probably, and this is honestly, now I'm calling myself on this, and I do think it teaches routine and discipline, and particularly in the military, that was something you had to make the bed every single day, very routine, very specific.
So why don't you do it then?
Because it's your job.
Well, that job hasn't been done in a very long time, like years.
Hot take. That was a joke.
Please don't cancel me.
Red flag.
It's only funny because I think I make a bed once a year.
Yeah, we'll make our bed.
No, never. Who are you talking to? It's not me.
When we change the sheets, so once a week the bed's made.
Folding a fitted sheet isn't worth the effort. I agree. Just roll it up in a ball.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
Shove it in there.
Truth is I don't know if I've ever figured it out. There's apparently like a technique how to do it.
There is.
I don't know if I've ever figured it out, and I used to I'm like, how does this work? And then it's like,
I don't believe for 1 second of my whole being that you put any effort into figuring out how to fold a fitted sheet.
I had a life before you.
I don't believe that.
I had a life before you.
What? Do not. That's true. You did.
So
maybe you did.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it.
No, look, not making the bed, going back to that, that's a little lazy. We could make it.
Probably could.
Does it look nicer? Does it take 30 seconds? Yes.
It doesn't take 30 seconds. It takes a lot of minutes to make it look nice.
Right. My version of making the bed would be very different than your perfect 8,020 pillows on the bed.
Pillars.
And
Pillars.
Which, by the way, I didn't know was a thing. Like when I grew up, and even in my mind, it's like you have your 2 pillows, and then you got 2 decorative pillows, and that's it. 4 pillows per bed. That would be the max. Okay. And now I've seen our daughter's room, who has like
so cute. I know. I make their beds.
They're gorgeous. Yeah. So, but making your bed isn't pointless if you look at it as a routine and discipline thing, because it starts your day.
Okay, cool. This one you're going to love. Paper plates are completely acceptable for busy families.
1,000,000% yes.
Mike's in charge of cleaning up the kitchen at night.
1,000,000% yes.
So he always asks me as kind as possible. Like one day we could be like, can we eat on paper tonight? And I hate eating on paper plates. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
Nice compostable ones.
That would be like, hey, honey, I'm cooking. Hey, honey, is it okay if we just drink air tonight?
Air?
Yeah.
That would be like, can I serve the meal directly on the countertop? That's an unrelated thing. That's not.
So what would be my equivalent?
A paper cup.
I guess
or plastic cup.
No, door dashing. Can I door dash every night? It would be getting food from somewhere else, so I don't have to cook it.
Yes.
Yeah. So it'd be me asking for DoorDash all the time.
Right.
Instead of cooking.
But no. It's not the same.
Not the same?
No.
So then what would it be?
We do. Look, we use so many. I do like it's.
We have
literally
a family of 5, and I cook 3 things. I usually cook a protein and 2 sides.
The amount
it's
of
a lot
like
of dishes.
yeah, and that, like I said, I generally do the dishes, clean the kitchen afterwards, and it's so many dishes. It's crazy.
I will say.
And now that Berkeley's into cooking as well, which I'm like, and so I need to get her to start actually loading the dishwasher because she's starting to clean up now, but it's literally just a giant pile of like baking ware and dirty things all stack up. And at least it's put in the sink, and bless her, she's really actually quite a good baker for her age, really good.
She's very good. I will say, so this whole Mike cleans up the kitchen, and I don't want to ask or remind him. He just knows to do it. Started a few years back. And I will say, whereas before, if I would just cook like chili, Mike would never be like, this is it. But I could tell he was used to me cooking 2 sides. But now if I just cook like one main dish, he's like, and so the kids will be like, is this it tonight? And Mike's like, this is plenty.
That is not true.
I think it's because you don't want me to do more dishes.
I think you're projecting a little bit on that
No,
one.
I feel like
I
it
don't
is.
know. I've
You
never.
don't? Okay,
when have I
that's good.
ever really complained about anything?
No, you don't complain. I didn't say that.
You know that like when I was single, I'd be fine with just a George Foreman chicken breast and just eat the breast right off the grill without the plate.
That's true.
So I'd be fine.
I meant
with
that as like a funny
It's literally
compliment.
like, oh, it's sustenance. I can eat this. It's fine. It's good.
No, but it literally happened the other night. Vaughn said something and you were like, this is plenty.
Yeah.
And you probably didn't mean it because of the dishes, but it was funny how I read it. Mike was like, you don't want me to bring out one more pan to cook the sides.
The stews and the plate. I mean, like that's one thing about soups and stews. It's like a meal in a bowl. It's not.
Stews.
It's delicious, and you're quite a soup artist. Superist. That's the word, by the way. It's a superist.
Thank you, honey. Yeah, I do like making soups. Just kind of dump everything I have in there and some chicken broth and just hope it turns out okay.
That's why we've nicknamed her Soupy at our house. So that's what everyone calls her now.
No one calls me
Everyone
that.
calls you Soupy.
No one calls
Hey,
me
Soupy.
Soupy. Nope.
No?
No one.
Hey, Soupy.
It's a lie, but I do like soups.
All right.
Okay, one very last one. One very last one.
All right.
It's okay to leave a party early.
Why not?
I say that too.
I mean,
agree.
I don't know why that's even.
I think people sometimes have expectations that if you leave early, it's rude.
Depends on how early you leave. Like if you tell people, hey, I can just do a quick pop in, you go there and you say hi and you do as much time as you can. Well, my issue is I have a tendency to like want to stay. So that's a different thing. I have a hard to because I want to say goodbye.
Very hard
and then
time leaving.
my goodbyes take a long time. I'm talking to everyone,
hours.
and then we're having next thing I know I'm playing pool with somebody because it's just part of the goodbye process.
And his whole family's waiting in the car. It's not funny. That's a trigger point for me. It's a red flag. This is a great going into red flags.
Look, I'm not there are people that are big fans of the Irish goodbye, which I don't know if that's a derogatory thing or not, but it's a term. I don't know. But if you haven't heard that term, it's basically you just leave without saying anything.
I think it's derogatory.
I don't know if it
Irish
is or not.
goodbye?
Who knows? I don't know any day nowadays what is and what isn't anymore. I'm almost 50, so I don't know what to say half the time.
I'm old, and that's my excuse. Okay.
But the leaving without saying goodbye, I get why people do it because sometimes it's easier, especially if parties like pop and you're there and you want to like just deuce out. I get it.
It's based on a stereotype where
So stereotypes aren't good. That means stereotypes aren't really good.
leave the pubs and gatherings quietly without formal farewells.
Okay.
Doesn't say anything bad.
I didn't know the history.
Oh, opposite. Stop it. Mike, did you know this? The opposite is sometimes jokingly called the Midwestern goodbye. It's for the person talks for at least 30 more minutes.
Yeah, there you go. That makes sense.
There you go.
There you go. You know what? I'll own that
awesome.
stereotype. Milwaukee in the house here. Look, you gotta say that makes sense.
That's your mom too.
Yeah, it's like a goodbye that you gotta say the goodbyes that take 30 minutes. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm a Midwesterner goodbye.
And I'm Irish.
Okay.
A lot of Irish.
Cool. We'll own those stereotypes.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, I don't think it's weird. It all depends on like.
I don't think it is either.
Okay. Cool.
I love that we agree on that.
Great.
Can you leave earlier when I want you to from now on?
You want me to leave right now?
Stay here.
All right. So we're gonna pivot. So to me, historically, if I'd say a red flag is this, it would always be in the context of like if I was dating someone, I'd be like, oh, that's a major red flag. Like let's just say
true.
that person, didn't shower and only used perfume.
Correct.
It's kind of a red flag.
Right.
But now, apparently, y'all have flipped the words that you can be like, you can use it for yourself. You can say, my red flags are, and you can say like things that you like joke about yourself.
It's not a flip. It's just a joking way on the term now.
Yeah,
so
but it still doesn't make sense.
Before it wasn't very funny. It was like red flag. But now the joke has made it kind of more of like a sarcastic joke of red flags being kind of funny in a comedic way.
So you'd be like, your red flags are what?
My red flag would be making a cup of coffee and then never remembering where I put it.
Right. See, but when I hear it that way, I would think that you hate it when people do that, but you're saying that about yourself.
Yeah, both can be true. I can also think that's annoying for someone else too.
So, double standards.
No, it's holding myself to the same standard. What are you talking about? Why are you having such a hard time grasping this?
I know. I'm just saying earlier on, this is the first time I've heard it used in that context. Maybe because I'm not, maybe it's a social media thing more than it. I don't know.
More of like a youthful thing.
All the kids are saying it now. Whoa, my red flags. Listen, so I got a little passionate about that earlier. That was the whole point of that one thing. I was like, this doesn't make any flipping sense.
He gets passionate about very random
Doesn't
things.
make sense. It's not proper use of language.
Okay, so what is the
English.
game? What's the game going to be?
This isn't a game. I'm just going to ask you some things. You're going to tell me, is it a red flag or not?
Okay.
All right.
I'm excited.
Is golf actually networking? Like if your husband says, I got to go work, I'm going golfing, it's networking. Is it really networking?
I think it's only networking if someone is there that you are actually actively like doing a deal with or trying to hire, or I think it's the intent behind it, then I would say it's 100% networking.
What if it's once a week?
Once a week, then no, that's a hobby. And then I think relationships could come of it. Sure.
What if they're like, I want this to be a networking opportunity, and maybe it comes in the moment.
Well, then if it's a networking opportunity, then there has to be something behind it to be the reason.
Well, what if it is that you're there going golfing with your buddies, but at the country club when you're done having a beer, there might be an opportunity to meet somebody that's going to... I disagree. I think that can happen.
I think you would just go hang out and have lunch and see what happens.
Well,
how are you dating, networking?
Then you're just it's not a shit. You're like a mole. You're there to that's gross. You're not there really playing the links.
You're saying then the whole point of golfing would be to networking. It's the same thing. You're just using golf as
that's why you play tennis.
Absolutely not true. Absolutely. I hope I don't network while tennis and I just get to play.
So is that a red flag if somebody says I'm going golfing because it's networking and that's...
No, I just want more information. I don't think it's a red flag.
Is it okay? Is it a red flag if your spouse watches the episode ahead of you?
Like on a show you're watching together?
Yes.
You know how I feel about this. I think it's mean.
So that's a red flag.
It's a red flag unless they do it one time and you tell them no, don't ever do that again, and then they never do it again. Then it's a
what if they did it
again and again?
What if they did it and then they didn't tell you about it, and then they watched the show together?
Which one did you watch without me?
I never
Mike?
did.
Just tell me.
You did that one time to me.
I think I did.
You did,
What
and
was
then you
it?
pretended you didn't watch it, and you're like, actually, I watched it already.
Oh my gosh, I never saw that coming.
You did do that.
I don't remember.
You did. You're like, oh yeah.
What show?
I don't remember.
Okay, then it didn't happen.
Well, the thing, we watched the most recent Game of Thrones one, but you were kind of into, then you fell asleep, and then you told me to watch it by myself.
I think if you were constantly going before me in shows, number one, I'd be like, where am I that I can't watch it with you? Two, then I would just watch it by myself, and then you're just losing time hanging out with me.
Okay, no.
Which is your loss.
So I agree. I don't like watching, if we have a show, you and I talk, I'm like, are we going to watch this one? You're like, no. I'm like, I want to watch that show. But not saying that we don't do that, but what if the person watched it and then was still willing to watch it with you?
Good.
You wouldn't care?
I think I would be mildly irritated if it happened all the time.
I'd probably be annoyed too.
Yeah, if it happened all the time, because then we don't get to experience it together.
So that's a foul.
What was it, the show? Oh, the show about the daughter who was getting bullied in text messages, and it came out to be, I'm just going to say it, so I'm not going to say the name. It came out to be the mom.
Yeah.
Do you remember how our heads swiveled with our mouths open looking at each other? Like, you don't get those funny, true moments if one's already seen it.
I agree with that.
So.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't sneak shows.
No, I don't
Plenty of
either.
other things we could do.
Yes.
I'm reading Red Rising still, so there's that.
Yeah. And I have Love is Blind.
I know you always want me to update you on what's going on in Darrow's life.
Never.
It's really important.
Never, ever. Never, ever.
All right. Is leaving one sip left in the fridge psycho?
No, but it's infuriating. Like, when I pull, milk out, I'm like, what? It's like one drop. I'm like, why couldn't they just use it? But I think that's the kids. I don't think you do that.
It is the kids.
Yeah.
Our kids I found empty boxes in our fridge and freezer.
You do that too. I've caught you. I go, honey, is there anything in that box? And you're like, oh, no. Recently.
What's lucky I found the box. So
you guys both do that. You and the kids both do that.
So leaving one sip is annoying. I've probably been guilty of it.
Oh, you're super guilty on like the 6-pack of beer that have the toppers. I'll pull like 4 out and this long, massive thing is attached to 1 can. I'm like,
yeah, I don't.
Take it off.
It's called pack text. I don't pull the pack text.
Yeah,
off.
you're better.
Okay. Is
cool.
somebody unwilling to share their food with you? Psycho?
Okay. See, this is deflecting. So he's pointing that at me because that's me, and it's because he just got called out on himself. So
is that a red flag or not?
Here's the deal. I think it's a red flag if my food that I picked and your food that you picked come out, and before that person even takes a bite of their own food, they've got their fork at the side and they're like, "Can I have a bite of yours?" And I'm like, "After I'm done with it, no." I picked it.
I agree with that.
If you want it, you should have picked it.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
And
it's
I
different.
don't eat very much.
It's different when it's like you're halfway through the meal and that person's still slapping your hand because you want a bite, and then they stab you with the fork. Then they shame you and they spit their food out at you, and you're,
just keep going, the dramatics. Here's what I do. I can only eat half of a portion. No matter where I'm at, I eat half of it. I have a very small stomach. I should eat like 6 times a day. So I know everyone in my whole family knows they can have some of my food, but let me get a few bites down first because I'm excited about this food. And I am a little possessive when it comes to food now that you say it. I hide my own snacks in my house too.
You do. That's what I say. Literally one of the questions, is it a red flag when somebody hides snacks?
No, because all 3 of my kids will eat it all real quick. Vivian had 3. I bought Cheez-Its. I'm going to show my true colors talking about this. I don't buy Cheez-Its.
It's full of garbage too.
Okay, thank you. I don't buy Doritos. We don't have fun snacks.
Which our kids hate, by the way, because they always tell us that we're like foods or snacks are too healthy here.
Yeah.
Everyone else has this garbage food. 100%. Why can't you have poison in the clods? I want poison.
So I don't buy that stuff, but I bought Cheez-Its because I was on my period and it sounded good. And so I bought the Cheez-It bags. Vivian ate 3 in one sitting because I didn't tell her to just take one.
These are the mini bags, just so you understand.
They're the tiny little individual bags.
It's not our daughter's not crushing 3 bags of Cheez-Its.
No.
7, just so people know.
But they will crush them to where they're gone. With 3 kids, they can take them out in 2 days, like 12-pack.
So you do hide snacks.
I 100% hide snacks. There's some hidden now that you don't.
You were
even know
asking me about ADD things yesterday, and one of the things I pointed out is that, and you said that it wasn't an ADD thing. You told me it was a period thing.
I'm ADHD, Mike.
But you make giant piles of snacks next to your bed once a month.
I do. And it's not my fault. God made us that way.
It's on the bedstand too. It's like I'll come in if you're in bed watching TV or something like that on your phone, and you'll just be like kneeling on what are the nerds? The nerd cluster.
Stop talking.
And then I look over it, and it looks like a 15-year-old girl's bedstand because it's like lotions and snacks and then gadgets. I don't know what
It's so true. I've got like my ear cleaner over there. I've got like a face roller, gadgets, snacks, and lotions.
But like a pile of them.
100%.
And then usually one cereal bowl left over from some.
I know you say it because
a coffee cup.
A coffee cup is more accurate. Cereal bowls, I don't really eat them anymore.
Yeah.
But I used to do a good 10 p.m. cereal sesh every day. Like it was so good.
Is it wrong for a spouse to make a secret fast food run and not tell the other person?
No.
Is that a red flag?
That's stupid. I mean, will I see you eating the food without offering me?
No, you don't tell. You just go secret run. Eat it in the
No,
car.
I think that's dumb.
So you don't do that? Or you don't tell it?
I've grabbed food without you and you didn't know?
So you didn't tell me?
That was in the middle of like a work day. No, I was out running errands.
So you are making secret fast food runs.
That's the dumbest thing. That cannot be real.
It is real. People apparently get offended by that.
Food stuff.
I didn't make these questions up. Is it wrong to make a secret fast food run and not tell your spouse? Like, you're going to go get food and I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to eat the food in my car. I don't want you to eat with me because I want to be alone.
I mean, I will say there's been a couple of times where you go do a run or a coffee run or something and you didn't know I was coming back that early. And I'm like, you didn't give me anything? And you're like, I didn't know you were going to be home. And I'm like, man, that would have been nice to have a frap right now. And that's it. But like, you didn't know I was going to be home, even though you can see my location, and you probably should have checked that before you got the coffee.
Oh, okay. So now we are triggered a little bit. So that is a red flag. That is a foul. All right.
No, it's not.
Always
That's
check.
dumb.
Share all your time and all your.
I think that's crazy talk.
Is ordering food for your spouse or significant other controlling or kind?
Are you making the choice, or are you just saying it to the waiter?
I don't know.
I mean, I want to eat what I want to eat, but if you want to say it for me, I don't care.
Yeah.
That's a silly thing.
What if I chose to order food for you?
Honestly, that'd be awesome. I hate picking food. It's like so overwhelming.
So if I were to be like, I'll have the filet mignon and she'll have the salad.
Deal. Crispy chicken, though.
Yeah. You remember our first date where I ordered our very first date where I ordered salad?
Our very first date, I told myself I was 21, barely 21.
You're 22.
I was barely 22.
You're 22.
And we were at a Mexican food place, and I was like, I really want to order a salad, because at the time I was like in peak fitness obsession.
Fitness gen.
Yeah. Like
obsessive fitness gen.
Like I wouldn't even say it was like obsessive to an unhealthy. It's just all I did was work or go to the gym. And then I was eating naturally very low calorie, more like healthy grilled chicken out of the bag, because it's what I could afford. So I would get like the big bag of frozen chicken breasts. I had my grocery order the exact same, because I already mapped out the money. I didn't have extra. So it would be broccoli cutlets, shredded cheese that I could put on top, grilled chicken, done. And then I think every once in a while I would get like a single fruit of like different fruits.
I'll have a banana. A banana.
No, like one apple, and I could cut up and make it go like 3 days or whatever. But I was okay with that, because I was very much in like fitness food tracking because I was like that at my end of college. Anyway, I was very fit. So I wanted to order the chicken salad, because that's like what I was eating those days. And I remember being like, I can't order the chicken salad. He's going to think I'm this girl who like doesn't eat. And like, I can eat. I'm going to get enchiladas, even though I don't want enchiladas, which step one, be yourself. That was dumb, but this was going through my head. So I order the chicken salad, not excited about it.
No, you ordered the enchiladas.
Oh no, I ordered the enchiladas, not excited about it. I order first, enchilada plate. I look at him and he's like, I'll take the grilled chicken salad. And he orders what I wanted. And the whole time I was just like eating this soupy enchilada that was probably putting me through distress.
Well, you impressed me by your ability to gorge on our first dates. That was awesome.
Yeah, that is a funny story. I totally forgot about that. Now I eat enchiladas, so I'm not getting a salad. I'm getting the enchiladas.
Going back to the thing you said about sharing food, made me think of something.
Okay.
You said about sharing your location. Look at it, right?
Yeah.
So would it be a red flag if I didn't want to share my location with you?
That's funny. So I want to say no, but then if I went to you and said, let's share location in case I die and need to be found, and you told me I don't want to do that, then I would be a liar if I told you I didn't kind of be like, why doesn't he want me to know where he is?
Yeah.
That would definitely be a question in my mind, and I'm like not a jealous person. So if I had those, I don't know if it would like be a fight with me or anything, but I think it would be something that I would think I'd go about my day, go about my weeks or whatever, but I think it would end up coming back somehow to where I'd be like, why don't you want me to see where you are? I think it would show face again. Yeah. If I'm being honest on like how I think and move.
Yeah, I don't know. We just have always had it on and never even thought anything other than not. So it's not even something I've thought about. I guess if you've always had it off and you don't care, then it's fine.
It's funny though. I don't share.
I don't know if you had it on and you just abruptly turned, like maybe it's like again, ours has always just by default have always been on because of our family count.
But I'm not going to lie. Well, I do think, and it's changing a little because it's so common. I do think it's weird when all friends have their location on, because
that's weird to me.
I'm like, why do we all need to know what each other's doing all the time?
No, I don't want to know where my friends are.
I do, and I have nothing to hide. Yeah, but I think where it comes into, okay, so I have nothing to hide, so I don't care. I share my location with you, my dad. My dad will text me, playing tennis, I see. He's like checking on me if I'm drilling. And then Charity, my best friend from high school, producer of this podcast. And that's because when she like comes and visits or like does, I can always see if she's like totally far away or not. More of a timing thing. Anyway, because she lives an hour and a half away. But where I could see it being really bad with teenagers, especially girls, is now you see if all your friends are hanging out and you weren't invited.
Yeah,
why weren't you invited?
That'd be hard.
And I think that that's something I know my generation, I didn't have to deal with that because social media wasn't even on yet. I got social media as senior in high school going into college. And so we got to just exist in the moment and not compare about if we weren't invited to something. Sure, we heard about it at school.
Sure.
But then we just tackled it in the moment in real life versus stewing at home.
What if you weren't invited in the chat room?
What chat room?
Your AOL chat rooms.
I never did chat rooms.
You didn't? I thought you'd said you were just like...
MySpace was like...
What's that door say?
But that wasn't a chat room.
I thought you said you had like rooms you could go on and randomly talk to people.
No, it was just my AOL. I would never be allowed any chat rooms.
Oh, okay.
Like my parents didn't monitor that a ton because they didn't know what they didn't know. To be fair, like I didn't know what I didn't know either. But I don't ever remember having like talks about chat rooms with my parents or anything. But I didn't.
Okay, it's interesting. I don't see. I guess maybe on vacations and things like that, if you have a group of people, but I don't see.
Would you think it's weird if I didn't share my location with you?
I think if you turned it off now, I'd be like, why'd you turn it off? Because we've always had it on.
Hold on, but yours goes off randomly.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I text you and
I'll never turn it off.
I'll be like tracking you for dinner, and I'm like, where is he? And then the location not shared or something, and I was like, why is your location not on?
No, I don't turn it off. It's just whatever
I think it's
it is.
service.
Yeah,
maybe.
it probably be. But anyway, I think
Sure.
I've never turned it off.
Kidding.
If you had it off, and since we've had it on so long, and you did randomly turn it off, and I'm like, what's that? And you're like, oh, I just don't feel comfortable anymore. I would be like, what?
Why?
Yeah, I would definitely question.
Weird.
It would be strange. But if you've never had them on to begin with, and you trust the person, it's not like I need to see it because you trust the person.
Right.
Right.
We also are home pretty much all the time.
I don't know. I feel better when yours is on because I know that like where you are and
Me
if
too.
anything like as a I guess it's evolutionary instinctive aspect of me being a man. I'm like I want to know and be the protective aspect.
Wants to track me. You heard it, guys, loud and clear. He's a man who wants to track his property.
It's not about property.
How dare he?
It's about protecting. It's about And,
question. Do you actually like tap on my location every once in a while?
No. The only time I'll do.
I was about to say I don't think you ever.
The only time I do it is I want to know if you say you're playing tennis when you're coming home to see if how long.
Oh, okay.
Like, if that's like if there's lunch or things like that's really the only time. If it's like I don't know, that'd be the only really other time.
I check yours all the time. I figured I checked yours way more than you checked mine.
Well, I know you did earlier before the podcast here because you called me and you knew I was still at the brewery.
Yeah, I told Haley, I'm like, this fool hasn't even left the brewery yet.
Exactly.
We don't need to rush over there.
Yeah, there's no like, I'm already gone. You're like, you're not gone.
Yeah.
I know exactly where you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's true.
Is going to Costco as a couple a real date?
Remember when we went to Target after that date night and you're like, why the hell are we at Target
I did
on our
say
date
that.
night? And I said, because we're going to hold hands and we're going to peruse the aisles. And I think it was the worst date you've ever had.
I didn't say it was the worst. I mean,
I think it would be a fun date because then we could really hone in on our grocery shopping.
Oh. Weird as it is, I could see fun in there. And then you can get a hot dog.
Yeah. It'd be very fun. We should do that. We've never been to Costco together without the kids.
We have. It's been a long time.
When?
Yeah, when before they opened the one in Allen. We went down to the one down in I don't know, where's it, Plano? We went down there. I remember going with you, not understanding the whole concept. Like, wait, I gotta pay her, and wait, why can't I use my MasterCard? Like,
I know.
What is this? Like,
Yeah, that's weird.
What?
That's weird.
And then also, why do I need 10,000 rolls of toilet paper when I can just go buy 8? That's the other thing. It's like
That's a weird thing you have. Like our butts aren't going anywhere, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to poop until I die. So it's not bad having toilet paper stocked.
Well, since COVID, I get it. It's good keeping a lot of extra. You never know when the world's toilet paper supply is going to go down and how that's important. All right.
I think that's a good place to stop, but I also think that a part 2 could be had. We didn't get through near enough red flags.
I don't know if we actually even talked about any red flags. Mine weren't even red flag questions. So I don't know if that's like legitimate, like I had made questions, but it was supposed to be fair or foul.
Let's do a part 2.
To my defense.
Okay, we'll do it next, fair or foul, next episode, guys.
No, mine was more supposed to be fair or foul. And you're like, no, I don't like the way that sounds. Why are you pronouncing foul like that? That's not even a real word. I'm like, it's a word. Foul is pronounced foul.
Sounds like you're saying follow.
Foul.
Foul.
Foul. It's the same word.
But not foul.
Foul.
It's like
It's my O's
the
and
W
A's.
is very
also my
hard.
congestion probably doesn't help as well. So it's like
with that, thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or topic ideas, please send them to youmeandmikepodcast@gmail.com. Again, all typed out with words, youmeandmikepodcast@gmail.com. Feel free to leave a review. We are so appreciative. I looked at the reviews the other day, and we have like 6,000 almost 5-star reviews, which is nuts. Like we are so grateful for that. So thank you. We do look at those. We are so grateful. And it's, it's like how
we need to go through those questions.
It's like a payment. If you think about it, that's our payment. So thank you so much.
We can do the fair file, and then we need to really do those questions.
We will. Next part 2, next time.
Let's do it.
We're doing it. We're doing
it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Next time.
Turn the podcast off. Let's go.
Bye, guys.
Bye.